Shocking things that were normal in ancient Persia. The Persian Empire stands as one of history's most powerful civilizations, an empire of luxury, order, and strict religious customs rooted in Zoroastrianism. Yet beneath its sophistication lay strange rituals, taboos, and terrifying punishments, many of which shock us today. From corpse impurity and ritual cleansing with bull's urine to gruesome executions and erasing names from memory, the Persians sought to preserve the cosmic order known as Asha. Their practices reveal a world where life, death, and justice were deeply intertwined. For Zoroastrians, death was impurity, nasa, and bodies were not buried or burned. Instead, corpses were placed in stone towers called dikmas, exposed to vultures until only bones remained. Burial in earth or fire was forbidden, as it polluted sacred elements. Even hair and nails carried impurity, demanding special burning rituals after purification with bull's urine. These rites reflected Persia's obsession with preventing corruption of the natural order. Death was a danger to earth, air, fire, and water, requiring constant vigilance. Zoroastrian rituals required gomez, bull's urine, as the most sacred cleanser, believed capable of destroying evil itself, druj. Special bulls, raised in temples and forbidden from labor or mating, were living vessels of holiness. Anyone who touched a corpse had to be washed in bull's urine 3 times with recited prayers. Even water and fire could be defiled if contact with corpse remains occurred. Nails, hair, or blood entering rivers demanded immediate purification ceremonies led by priests with ash, fire, and sacred recitations. Persian justice balanced fairness with severity. No one was executed for a first offense, and good deeds were considered before judgment. Yet once guilt was confirmed, punishments could be brutal. Execution avoided shedding blood, as that polluted the earth. Offenders were locked in pits or stone chambers without water, dying slowly of thirst or suffocation. Even minor ritual offenses could mean temporary isolation. Justice was tied to Asha, restoring cosmic order through slow, non-bloody, but terrifying punishments that erased impurity. When Judge Sisamnes accepted bribes, Darius had him executed and flayed, his skin used to upholster the courtroom chair. His son was appointed judge and forced to sit on that chair daily, reminded of his father's fate. This gruesome symbolism ensured impartial justice. It reflected how the Shah stood not only as ruler but as living embodiment of Asha, where corruption disrupted cosmic order and demanded dramatic examples to restore harmony. Ancient Persia developed infamous execution methods. A condemned person might be suffocated in towers filled with fine ash, dying slowly as lungs filled with dust. Another, reserved for enemies of the king, trapped victims between boats, smeared with honey, and force-fed until insects devoured them alive, a process lasting weeks. Roman Emperor Valerian, captured 260 CE, was humiliated by Shapur I, 240 to 270 CE, forced to serve as a human footstool before being executed with molten gold poured down his throat. Deception marked the reign of the false priest king Smerdis, who claimed to be a son of Cyrus the Great, r. 559 to 530 BCE. Though he eased taxes and military burdens, once unmasked, he was executed. Popular fury erupted into massacres of priests, and Persians commemorated the event annually with anti-priest festivals. Later, rebels under Darius I suffered grotesque punishments, mutilated, blinded, and chained at palace gates as warnings. Such displays reinforced royal authority, showing defiance meant not only death but prolonged humiliation. Persian life stressed order and obedience. Boys were raised away from fathers until age 5 to prevent emotional bonds in case of early death. Valued traits included bravery, fertility, and truthfulness. Lying was despised. Yet some customs shock today. Fatukta, sanctioned incestuous unions, was seen as preserving pure bloodlines. Names held cosmic power. Those who broke taboos were stripped of theirs, renamed with humiliating titles like Rotting One, erasing them socially and spiritually, denying their souls passage across the Chinvat Bridge. The Shah was not just a ruler but sacred embodiment of cosmic balance. Looking directly into his eyes was forbidden, punishable by death. Royal portraits were made from descriptions, never from life. Even in death, the king's body was hidden, his name unspoken for days. Enemies of the Shah faced damnatio memoriae, their names erased from records, monuments defaced, and even neighbors forbidden from speaking of them. To destroy a name meant destroying a soul's afterlife, a punishment beyond death.